Alright, we are live. What's going on? Who do we have here? What's your names? Where you're from?
Hello, everyone. My name is Mari Carmen Vergara. And I'm
Guessing
from
you're Spanish, Hispanic.
Morton. From Morton.
How old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
Okay. And what about you?
My name's Liz. 23. It's my Jordan year.
Okay.
I'm from Stanhope.
Stanhope,
It's like-
New Jersey.
Little square, 2 square mile town. Throw a
Right.
rock from one side to the other.
Alright, so we have y'all here today to express yourselves about, mental health and like what you think. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question straight up. How do y'all feel about men? Like, do you think all men are the same? Anyone could go first.
I have mixed opinions on that.
And what is your mixed opinions?
Like, I want to say no, but then I want to say yes. But I feel like it's just a matter of, like, what kind of guy you surround yourself by. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I have a pattern. You know what I mean? Like, I just be going towards, like, I don't know how to explain it.
So, alright,
Like-
if you notice that you have a pattern, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's your fault you're choosing the wrong people then?
Yeah. Because you gotta, like, learn to look for certain qualities in people that, other people lack. Like, is this person gonna fulfill me in a certain way?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it goes much more, it's like more emotional for women. I feel like certain men lack that, but then it's like, then you actually have ones that have that side to them,
Right. What about you?
I don't know if I'm like on an upside because, there's a lot of good men out there.
Yeah.
It's just like, men are very emotional people. They just hide it behind this like solid, no one can fuck with me vibe.
Right. That's
But
I gotta be strong mentality.
when like a guy's really like, intimate and like, trusting you with everything, like you could really see like they have really big hearts and they're not always assholes. But there
Yeah.
are assholes out there too. But you can always say that about women too. Women can be
So it goes
fucking
both ways.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a upside down, like turn around kind of
So
vibe. Like
Alright, so what advice would you guys give to a female that you wish you gave to yourself when you thought all men were the same?
so you're like saying like what would I tell my like younger self if
Yeah.
I could like go back in time?
At the times that you used to think that way, what would you say?
Okay. I would probably say have an open mind. That's all you can do. And make sure you make the right decisions for you in every single moment.
Every single moment.
Every single moment. If your heart tells you not to do it, don't do it. That's how you learn.
facts.
Because
Listen to
Discipline.
yourself.
yeah, exactly. Don't repeat the same pattern.
Mhm.
As is, you know what I mean?
What about you?
I
What would
feel
you
like-
say?
What would I tell my younger self? I could tell her a lot. But I guess everybody's different. It's just who you encounter. Like, listen to your gut instinct. Don't turn away from that because I feel like I often like will question someone. I'll be like, oh, like, I'll give them this chance, and then it's like I feel like learning from different people, different qualities of what you want in yourself to like listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to fight it. I don't know if I explained that properly. I feel like I explained that backwards.
Well, there isn't no wrong or right answer. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's just about what advice would you give, because obviously you don't think like that anymore now. So like if you seen a lady like young going through it, like, oh, I can't believe it, every guy's the same, and it gets them to the point where they have to hold their guard up, and then you're not really being yourself, so you're given another opportunity to be treated wrong. So like, what would you tell her?
I don't know.
It's-
Love
it's
yourself
okay.
first.
Love yourself
Love
first.
yourself first at the end of the day because no one's gonna love you as much as you love yourself.
Mm.
And loving someone else is just a plus.
To your that's
But it's just like an add-on to like it's just more love. It's just like having a child, like extra love.
extra love.
Extra love with the person that you love. But
Right.
you always have to love yourself first because if you don't, you'll get lost in all of their shit that you've always, like, you come back and you forget about yourself.
Facts, because it's not fair to go in a relationship
If you're not ready.
and then it's like you're expecting love to
Yeah.
come
And then
from
it's
the other
just
person.
like you just expect them to be the bad situations you've had in the past.
Right.
And not, if you're not healed, then there's no going forward and building trust with someone that you do care about. That's how I think about it.
Yeah, because then it's like you're just filling a void. You know?
But at the end of the day, everybody goes through their own shit, so you don't know what people are feeling or how they express themselves
So
with the way that they feel.
more conversations on the table instead of holding back.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing relationships don't do. I feel like they always just lovey-dovey, just want to go out and just nobody wants to sit down and just talk to your person. Like, you know what I mean?
But it's like a lot of relationships are very flashy too. Like,
Exactly, material.
they just want to make everybody think that they're like amazing and
Perfect.
But at the end of the day, relationships aren't perfect. They're a lot of work. And
Everything
if
is
you're not
not
ready
what
for
it
the work,
seems.
then you're not up for the job.
So there's definitely more to it. All right, so that's another question I wanted to ask you. How do you view relationships now versus how you used to think relationships were?
Honestly, like the qualities that I want in a guy, like, because I feel like there's like things before and like different patterns and behaviors that are just like, why am I doing this? You know, I have to learn from this because I don't want this to happen in my next relationship, or like, you know, just having more patience. I feel like it's a big thing.
Patience.
I always had to work on that because like I feel like we're so quick to just like assume things and just like say things, and like as you get older you want to learn to talk to the other person and just understand where their head's at, where your head's at, you know, be
So
vulnerable.
communication.
Yeah, like I feel like being vulnerable with another person on that level is just different too, because you're just being very open to everything that you're feeling, and like,
So would you agree that, you know, maybe you should be friends first?
yeah, I would say so. I
Like,
feel
like let's bring back the talking stage. What happened to that?
there's no
Like, what happened to the
talking
we're
I
talking?
agree.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
no,
mean? Like, we're not just kissing off the rip. We're not
Because
just
every time you say, like nowadays, every time you say the word like talking, people automatically think
Just
that
think.
like you're just fucking.
Yeah. Facts.
Like, sorry,
Facts,
blurt
though.
that out.
That's facts.
Smash
Facts
it.
though.